Hey everyone, how is everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing much better now. I got back from New York and I picked up a little bit of a bug. Um, as you might be able to tell in my voice. I think I sound a little more normal now than I did a few days ago. But anyway, it's not like COVID or whatever. It's just a normal, like, you know, sick, like normal sick, I guess. But anyway, I have had COVID before, so like I do know what that feels like for me. But anyway, but today's Sunday, and I think one of the reasons why I got sick was because I had not slept a lot. Like, I normally don't sleep that much just in general, which I need to sleep more even before getting sick and even before all this. That's like one thing that's been on my mind is I'm thinking, okay, I need to sleep more. I need to sleep more. It's like a human function your body needs. So anyway, but I left on Tuesday morning, early Tuesday. My flight was early Tuesday, and I didn't sleep at all the night before. I just intentionally did not go to bed because by the time I would have I would have had to have gotten up by the time that I would normally have gone to bed, pretty much. So it just made sense to stay up, but I didn't get a lot of sleep when I was in New York either. I got to do a decent amount of things. I was there for work, so it's kind of, when you're on a work trip, it's not, I mean, there is time to kind of like do extra things, and usually whoever coordinates the trip is like pretty good at making sure that there's like extra time for you to go out and like do some other things that are not work related, that's actually kind of nice because it's almost kind of like a free tour, or you know what I mean. It's like someone to kind of like show you around the city, in like a group of people, which I don't know, it's on one hand like that's kind of nice, but with it being a work trip, there's not as much time for you to go out and like do stuff that you might ordinarily do on your own. But anyway, I did get to, I wanted to shop more to tell you the truth. That's kind of like my thing, if you know me. But I did get to go to the TJ Maxx there. I've never been in New York before, so I had never been to that TJ Maxx. The area that I stayed, which I'm kind of bad at like directions or knowing what's where, but I was in, I think it was like close to the financial district. I stayed at the, I guess, does it matter if I say where I stayed? I don't know. I feel like, is that bad? I mean, I'm not there anymore, but I stayed at the Four Points Sheraton on 6 Platt Street. So pretty much, like, I feel like I was like pretty much in the hub. Like, I was like in the central, I was like in New York or whatever. I think that was New York. Anyway, I know I'm laughing because I know that we passed the Federal Reserve. Because like that's one building that I remember seeing a lot is the the Federal Reserve. So I stayed pretty close to that, if you're familiar, if that gives like any kind of indication. So I was like in that area. I'm sitting outside of Barnes and Noble right now. I actually just bought a book. I don't know if I should show it in this video or, I don't know, maybe a different video or whatnot, but I wanted to buy a book that I saw someone post about on Instagram, and I don't know, I just thought like it looked kind of good. And bro, oh my gosh, there's a spider like physically inside. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, bro. I hate spiders. I have like arachnophobia, legit. I've kind of gotten like, I still have it, but I'm kind of like gotten a little bit more over it now. But I don't like spiders. I like the idea of spiders. Like, it's cool that they spin webs. They can hang from webs like Spider-Man or something. Like, I actually think that's like pretty cool. As a kid, I had like this love-hate relationship with spiders. I was like terribly afraid of them, but I was really interested in them at the same time. So anyway, but bro, I just like saw one. So I don't know where it went. I hate that when you see a bug and then it goes away and you're like, I don't know where it is now. What can you do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where it is. Like, this is not my car. This is actually a rental car. I'm getting my normal car worked on. So I'm in a rental. Really not crazy about this rental, to be honest. It beeps at me a lot. Like, it always beeps at me, which is like really annoying. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I was thinking about that. Like, for my next car, which my current car that's getting work done on it now, I plan to have that for a really long time. Like, I plan to just have it until it really makes sense not to have it anymore. You know, have it and repair it until it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I plan to drive it for as long as possible. So I take care of it. You know, I take care of it. Pretty much everything that I'm getting done on it now is cosmetic. Like, I had some damage on the rear bumper. I had some damage on the side door. I had, like, someone hit me on the side door. I had a crack in my windshield. It's going to be like, I'm picking it up tomorrow. It's going to be like $4,000 to get it all repaired. But I had driven around with it being damaged for a while. And then finally someone hit me and they ended up giving me the money for it. Like, I got an estimate. We went outside of insurance and he just like gave me like cash money to go get it fixed or whatever. And, you know, so like the $4,000, like, I'm not paying all of that out of my pocket, you know, but anyway, I thought, you know what, while I'm getting this fixed, let me get everything fixed, because even though I had been driving around with like damage on my car for a little while, I'm just like, it did kind of bother me. Like, it did bother me, to be honest. Like, it made me feel bad. It made me feel like I wasn't taking care of my car. I would get some work done on my car, like on the engine, you know, like make it run or whatever, and then I would feel like it would be like a bad feeling to like, I mean, I was glad I got that done, but it would be a weird feeling to get that done and not like get the damage on the bumper fixed. But anyway, I remember at the time that I had gotten damage on my car, one of the first times that I had gotten damage that's getting fixed today. I don't think I'm making sense the way I'm talking, but anyway, I remember I actually did turn the claim into insurance, which I shouldn't have, because it was so low. Like, it was such a not a big deal claim. I feel like that I may as well just have paid out of pocket for it, but I didn't get it fixed because at the time I was wanting to buy a house and I was wanting to just like put every money that I could towards a house. So I thought, okay, we'll just put that money towards the house. So that's kind of where my mind was. I even asked people and they thought, okay, well, your car is I was looking at buying in, when was it, 21? No. Yeah, was it 21? Or was it 22? I don't know, I'm like losing track. It was after my father passed. I think it was like that Christmas after my father passed that I was looking at buying. 2021 was literally the worst year of my life. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so that's kind of why I didn't get the damage fixed. I was even like talking to people, they're like, well, like, you know what, on a car that's X amount of years old, I wouldn't worry about it. I would just drive it the way it is. It doesn't look that bad. And it didn't look that bad. The damage, like, you couldn't really tell as much. I don't know. But then I had like someone hit me on top of no. I don't know. I'm like kind of getting it mixed up a little bit, but a lot of the damage that I had on my car was not my fault. Like, most of it. I mean, I've done stuff to my car before to like damage it or whatnot, but this last time, my car's always been parked and someone has hit me when I've been parked. And so one of the things, which I'm not planning on moving anytime soon, I mean, you never know, like, surprising things can happen, but I'm not like trying to make it happen. You know what I mean? I'm not like trying to make it happen. I'm like, okay enough with where I am, and I have a pretty good rate on rent. And from a financial standpoint, I know a lot of people think that, oh yeah, it makes sense to own your own house and all that. And some people think that you are the devil in hell if you rent. Like, you're genuinely stupid if you think that if you have a really low rent and you're not liable for fixing things in your apartment, like if the AC goes out or something breaks down or needs to be repaired, you know, it's not out of your pocket to get it fixed. Like, that falls on the landlord. And if you have like a ridiculously good rent rate, I don't know. It's just, I mean, there are benefits to buying. I'm not saying that it's stupid to buy. Like, I'm not saying that at all. But based on what I have, anyway, I don't feel like I need to like necessarily hash it all out. But based on what my rent is right now and what the current market to buy a house is, you know, even rent, like, renting's not always better. Actually, a lot of the times it's less expensive to buy and it's more expensive to rent, as far as if you're looking at something from like, bro, I feel like I keep seeing that spider. I don't know where the spider went. It was in the car. I don't know. It's just the smart thing for me to do from a financial point of view is to keep renting. I wonder what these people are doing. I feel like I've seen a lot of people in like costume kind of stuff lately. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know. I wonder if there's like some convention or something going on. I don't know. I've seen like a lot of people like dressed up like dressed up in costume, and I'm like, okay, are you trying to live your best life, or is there like some convention or something? Like, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, but I'm feeling better now. I am feeling better. I only bought a couple of shirts at the TJ Maxx when I was there. They didn't have a lot. They did have some designer stuff, not a whole lot. I feel like they usually have like a little bit more in the women's stuff than they do the men's. But they had a decent amount of men's stuff too, I guess. I guess. Yeah, you know. But I didn't see anything that I just like couldn't leave without or whatnot. Plus, I'm like trying to be smart about my money. Plus, like, okay, I like designer stuff. Like, I like that whole, like, I like it, you know, like, I appreciate nice things. I want to have nice things. I don't think that that's evil. I don't, you know, it's like something that I do get like enjoyment out of, like, it adds value to my life. So with that being said, you know, I appreciate nice things, but then at the same time, with some things, I feel like, okay, if that didn't have the designer logo on it, would you care about it that much? Like, there were some Burberry jackets that I was looking at, and I really wasn't in the market for a jacket, but I'm like, okay, if that was just like a generic brand jacket, like, yeah, it might look like a nice jacket, but if it didn't have the Burberry on it, would it be like $1,500? Would you know what I mean? So I'm more mindful of that now. Like, you could almost take a really well-constructed item from like Old Navy or somewhere. I don't know. Like, if you take an item, say from Walmart, that's like decently made, you know, something that doesn't have like seams popping out or whatever, and you could do something like, you could put a designer logo on it somewhere, or like something to make it seem like it's you know, made from like a designer brand, and people would be so much more impressed by it. I didn't say that very well. I think you get the point. I know I'm not like explaining it that well. That's another reason why I need to read, because reading does like actually sharpen your mind. And I don't know. No, but I am excited about this book though. It's funny, it's like, even just like, because I read a little bit of the book when I was in the store, just to like kind of see what it's about. And I mean, I kind of knew what it was about. Like, it's like a suspense thing or whatnot, but which I like that kind of stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm like swallowing because my throat's a little bit sore. But even just to pick a book up and like that smell of a new book, I don't know, it's just like something, even just like the experience. I feel like I have more stuff that I could talk about, but I will go ahead and leave it here for right now. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.